Okay, so just briefly going to go over everything. Shadow this is twice as rare as Crimson, zero point 0.5 versus 0.25. This item looks a lot worse in my opinion, but the Mythic and the Godlies are better. I would expect these to be slightly higher, maybe 100k each. I would expect the Spear to be closer to 700k or 800k once it's leveled out, and then the Secret I would guess goes anywhere between 15 and 25 mil leveled out. It's rarer, so that might matter, but I think a lot less people want it. So I don't think people will hoard it the same way that they did with Demonic. So it might also be the same price because the demand's so much lower, but we'll see. Crimson, if you're willing to get orbs, don't get Crimson orbs. Just roll on Shadow. These parts are more expensive. Crimson's not worth rolling on anymore. You can buy these parts for like 4 million. Shadow is still the cheapest I've seen 7 mil. So roll on these probably, even though yes, they're twice as rare. The demand for these is a lot better and there's a bigger payoff. Same, I think these items are just better. So we'll see. The main thing is also they did legacy changes. So we have two new skins. I think these skins will do quite a bit better. I think Voidwing and Radiant Wing were decent, but a lot of people didn't want them. Anyone that loves the anime will definitely buy these, but these aren't color neutral, so that also might be a factor on whether these do well. So just keep that in mind. Again, I would expect these to drop to like 15 mil also. Radiant, I've seen at 15 mil, or Void, I've seen at 15 mil. So these won't be worth hundreds of millions. Don't expect that going into it. Same, they added Hellfire Axe to Legacy, so again, they added Hellfire Axe and they added the Godlies, but they don't have Demonic in here. So Demonic might take a break from being in the game, and they might release it back in like a couple months. So we'll see. It's just a little bit weird that they're leaving the secret in, but they're putting all of the other items into Legacy already. I mean, they put the cosmetic shop items from season one in here. Another thing is, for season two, I'll get into that in a second, but definitely try to buy a little bit more off of rarity. Demand will obviously matter a lot, but getting these is going to be a bit of a pain because now you have to get it from Legacy, and if it's a mythic, this has to be in rotation, I guess. So it would rotate it here to be focused. So there will be some new supply of these, but this should get a little bit pricey. So if you spam investing into the cosmetic shop, it should pay off a little bit, but we'll have to see how much money people spend on whether it does or not. So, anyways, that covers all the packs, and then we're going to cover the cosmetic shop. So, the interesting thing about the books is the Cyberbook is completely unattainable right now. So, a lot of people are putting the Cyberbook up for like a million on their booth. I sold a stack of 35 of them for 500k each. So, again, for anyone that was playing in the season before was Serenity and Cyclone. Serenity and Cyclone were dropping under a million, and they both costed over 500 orbs. So if you can get a book and sell it for a million, and you're buying each book for 80 when it's on discount, that might be a little bit insane. Now, obviously, by me covering on this on the channel, a lot of people are going to do it, but I think if everyone buys it and overprices them, that could actually be really profitable for everyone. So we'll see. As far as the explosions and the finishers and all that, I haven't even seen them myself yet. They're, whatever as far as that goes. I do have the poses though. So here's balance. I obviously made a meme avatar with it because I have to. So you can do this now. I don't know why you can do this, but that's the pose they chose to add. And then crowned, I have on a silver. Find it. Okay. I don't like this pose. It's just kind of a blade ball thing. Because every time you walk, it's gonna do this, which they made it a pretty smooth animation, so it's not as jerky as you would expect. but it's a little weird. I don't think PvPers are going to like this because it just looks strange. This is pretty much just going to be for people that like AFKing and trading, and they're just going to AFK like this. So if that's your thing, great, but overall a pretty weak pose, and balance is basically worse than the default pose. So it's funny on Champ Scythe, it's funny on a few weapons like Umbrella, but overall really, really bad and even worse, in my opinion. Now, the Gojo finisher, whichever one this is, I don't even know which one. It's probably Hollow Breaker, but I have no idea. Whichever one's the Gojo finisher is definitely going to be expensive because everyone that loves that anime is going to be willing to overpay a ton. But we'll see. As far as the auras go, auras in general aren't good. You can buy them if you want them, but I wouldn't expect the price to go super, super high on them. And for the book, it really depends how good the enchants are for this season on the demands. Cyberbook had a lot of very nice enchants. The rose one was great on all the pink, like the rose pack items. Flaws was good on all the Inferno pack items and more edgy items, so it fit demonic perfectly. So we'll see if Shadows is good. I don't have enough to get a book to see what's exactly in there, and I don't have any of the enchants yet. I know they have a poison enchant that looks like someone's puking or like shooting snot out of their nose, so it looks kind of stupid. And then there's one called Twilight, I believe that was like a water slice. So that might work really well on a katana or something. But we'll see. Overall, I think this cosmetic shop's pretty weak as far as the poses, and I can't really judge these yet, but the poses are really weak, and the poses are what I cared about the most going into this. So that's pretty much it. So have a good one.